Could centuries of devotion be built around drops of blood, or is the story of the blood of Christ relics more complicated than believers and skeptics admit? The history of these relics stretches across continents and centuries, showing up in churches, reliquaries, and procession traditions that captured public imagination. Some relics claim to be actual droplets preserved since the first centuries of Christianity, while others are later medieval creations wrapped in ornate containers. Famous examples include relics venerated in Bruges and Valencia, as well as scientific debates around artifacts like the Turin shroud, which some connect to blood evidence. For many devotees, relics are tangible connections to the divine, offering comfort, inspiration, and a focal point for prayer and pilgrimage. Pilgrimages and public displays turned these relics into powerful social phenomena that reinforced local identities, wealth, and political influence for centuries. Scholars and skeptics, however, often view these relics through historical and scientific lenses that question provenance, dating, and the possibility of contamination or forgery. Techniques such as radiocarbon dating, forensic analysis, and textile study have complicated simple narratives by producing results that sometimes clash with traditional claims, even when scientific tests challenge authenticity. Communities frequently reinterpret findings or emphasize spiritual meaning over empirical verification to preserve faith practices. The endurance of belief around these relics reveals how religious meaning can persist, independently of material proof or modern scientific standards. Art and liturgy also played roles in shaping perceptions of relics, with paintings, hymns, and sermons embedding sacred narratives into everyday religious life. Political actors sometimes exploited relics to legitimize rulers or institutions, using processions and display to consolidate power and public devotion. The market for relics and the trade in relic fragments during the Middle Ages added economic incentives that blurred lines between sacred devotion and profiteering. Today, museums, churches, and researchers balance reverence and inquiry, preserving artifacts while inviting scholarly study and public engagement. Conversations about the blood of Christ's relics, therefore, sit at the intersection of history, faith, art, and science, resisting simple conclusions or tidy answers. Whether one arrives as a believer or a curious skeptic, encountering these relics prompts reflection on how humans seek proof, presence, and meaning across time. Contemporary museum exhibits and academic conferences continue to spark public debate while drawing curious tourists and devoted pilgrims alike. Modern believers often emphasize personal encounter and mystery, finding spiritual value even when historical questions remain unresolved. Please subscribe to the channel and leave a comment telling us which relic story surprised you most. And don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it.